Hey viewers, Michael Warren here from Essential Guitar Lessons, and let's learn how to play Youth Gone Wild on guitar by Skid Row. This one's probably one of my favourite Skid Row songs, and this is for the intermediate players. Now we'll cover all the guitar parts and do the solo at the end. And after that I'll break down all the chords used in the song as well. Remember, if you're having any problems with the song, please leave a comment and I'll get back to you and let me know how you go with this one. And if you could, like and subscribe, songs uploaded weekly. So let's get into it. So for our intro, we're going to start on this B flat chord. We've got the first fret on the A, third on the D, G and B, and do a down up and a stop, and then another down up and a stop. So it's pretty easy. Then this next part is also our chorus. So it's the intro and the chorus. We're going to start with a G chord. Then all this is played on the D and the G string. So we're going to have the third fret D and G, slide up to the fifth fret. Then go back to the third fret D and G, open D and G, and then third fret on the D, second on the G, third fret on D and G, and then open D and G. So let me do that first part slowly for you. Then we repeat that, third fret, slide up to the fifth, D and G, third fret D and G, open D and G, third fret D, second fret G, third fret D and G, and then to finish it this time, instead of doing the open, we do the first fret on the D, third fret on the G. And we do that part through 2 times, so slowly. And then to finish that off, we do 3, slide up to 5 again on the D and the G, back to 3. Now we've got this little fill. We're going to do the open D string 2 times. 1, pull off to the open on D, jump to the A on the first fret 2 times, third fret, pull off to 1 on the A, and then just play 1 on the E. So. And then straight back to the G, and we repeat that all again. So let me play that first riff for you, slow. Just repeat it again. And that's our intro riff, and that's also played with the chorus. So let me do that up to speed for you so you can hear how that's going to sound. We're just going to do 2 mutes on the D and the G string, then play the third fret on the D, second fret on the G, and then come up 5th fret on the D, third fret on the G, and then do a little mute again, and then third fret on the D, second on the G, and then back to first fret on the D, third fret on the G. And just play that part through 2 times, and then from there we've got this little fill. Now on the last chord there, we're going to pick the volume up. We're going to do 1, pull off to open on the D, on the A string 3, pull off to 1, and do that again, and then pull off to the open. So. And that's the end of the verse there, so let me play that slowly for you. Do that up to speed now. From that G, we're turning our volume down. Hold that for 2 bars. Do that all again. Turn your volume up. And that's our verse there. From there we go into our pre-chorus. We're going to play this F5 power chord, do it 2 times. 2-part mutes, same chord, F, 2-part mutes, F, 2-part mutes, F. So it's just we're going to play the G chord. Jump to the 3rd fret on the D and the G, pull off to the open and do that 2 times. 3rd fret on the A, open D and G, do 2 mutes, and then come up to the 5th fret D and G. And then we're going to do this little run down, pinched harmonics there, 5th fret on the A, 3rd fret on the A, 1st fret on the A, and then open A there. So we play that first part for you slowly. Then we just go back to the F and we repeat the same pattern. Off, off, then we're going to play the 1st fret on the A and we're going to do this E flat chord there. So 1st fret A, 1st fret on the D, 3rd fret on the B, G, and 4th fret on the B. So 3rd on the G, 4th on the B. Then do the pinched harmonic on the 1st fret on the D string there. And then we just play a D barrel chord 2 times. And again, so down up with a stop, and again. And then we're going to play this little fill to get us back into the chorus. D string, 1, 1, 1, pull off to the open, and then just play 1 on the A. And then we're ready to go back into the chorus. So let me play that pre-chorus for you up to speed. And I'll just come from the end of the verse there for you. And then from there we're just going straight back into the chorus and we do that exactly the same there. And then we have our next verse. Let's have a look at that. So our next verse is nearly the same. We still end on the G, turn our volume down, we do our chords exactly the same. Do the first one again. The second one. This time we turn our volume up here and then play it again and stop and then do our run down like we did in the first verse. See, the only difference is that last little part we're turning up our volume on the 1 and the 3, then playing it and stopping and then our run. So that's our next verse. From there we go back to the pre-chorus, we do that exactly the same, and our chorus exactly the same, and then to end our chorus we just play the G, 3, 4, 1, 2, stop. And from there we're ready for the solo, and we'll do the solo at the end. Let's have a look at the rhythm behind the solo first. So for our solo rhythm, we're going to start on this A power chord, play it once, then 4 palm mutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, open again, then 1 palm mute 2. Then we do it again, A, 4 palm mutes, then come back to a G power chord, play it once, do a palm mute, then back to the F, once, 4 palm mute, off and a palm mute, and then F again, 4 palm mute, come back to the G, the palm mute, and then we're going to repeat that all again. So it's nothing too hard that we play that first part up to speed. Now repeat that all again. We just play that F once there and then jump to the D, do our down up, and then down up again, and then our little run, D string 1st fret 2 times, 1 pull off the open, and then 1 on the A, and then finish on the G and stop. And that gets us ready for the next part there, so let me play that up to speed. From there we're in the chorus again, we just play a B flat, an F, and back to G again. We're going to hold that, and then we do a slide, and Then this fill's going to change again. We're going to have 1 pull off to open on the A, play 2 open A's, 1 pull off to the open again, and then back to the F. So that part's pretty easy. We just got the B flat, F, G, slide, and then from there we're going back to the chorus and we play that through 4 times and we finish on G. Now the only change in that chorus there, the 3rd time through we play the B, F, G instead of the little run down. So we have so that's the only difference there, and then we end on the G as well. So now let's have a look at the solo. Let me play that for you, then we'll break it down. So we're going to start on this harmonic. We're going to play the D and the G string on the 9th fret harmonic. Pull your bar up. Then we jump to the 20th fret on the B string. Start with it up. This is going to be a pinched harmonic and let it come down. And then bend it back up again. So, and then we've got this little fill, 14 on the G, 13 on the B. Then play 15 on the B, hammer on to 16, pull off to 15, pull off to 13. So back to G, 15, 14, D, 15, A, 17, back to 15 on the D, and then a pinched harmonic on the 14 there on the G. So let me play that little fill for you. Then we have this little pedal tone. We jump into the E string, 15, 17, 13, 17, 12, 17. So B string, 15, 17, 13, 17, and then 12 on the B, hammer onto 13, pull off to 12, and then 14 on the G, and slide down. So. Then we're sliding up to 15 on the B, 15 E, 17 B, 17 E, back to 17 B, 19 E, 17 B, 20 E, 17 B, bend on 20 on the E, and then 20 there. So. And that's the first solo there. Then from there, a second solo comes in. We're playing a pinched harmonic and a bend on the 4th fret. And then just do a bend and release, pull off to 2 on the G string. So, and then just do a pinched harmonic again on the 4th fret on the G. So. Then we're coming G string, 5, D7, G7, back to D7, so they're sort of palm muted there. 5 on the G. Then from there we're going to do a bend on the 7th fret G, release, pull off to the 5th fret and do that with a pinched harmonic. Then do another bend on the 7th fret with a pinched harmonic again. And then 5th fret G, do a bend on the 8th fret on the B. And then we're going to do this little run down. E5, B, 8, 5, G, 8, 7, 5, 8, 7, 5. So do that twice. 7 on the D, 5 on the G. So. Then we're going to start with our whammy bar in, 7th fret G, and do a bend and let the bar come out. And then 2nd fret on the G, again start with your bar and let it come out. Then we're going to finish with this little run. D string 7, 5, A string 7, 6, 5, E string 8, and that's palm muted. and then finish with a harmonic on the 3rd fret on the G string there, and let it come down. So that last part slowly. And they're all the parts of the solo, so let's play that one more time up to speed. So for our chords, we have a standard G chord, 3rd fret on the E, 2nd on the A, open D and G, 3rd fret on the B and E. We have an F5 or an F power chord, 1st fret on the E, 3rd on the A and the D. We have an E flat as well here. We've got the 1st fret on the A, 1st fret on the D, 3rd on the G, 4th on the B, and that's our E flat. We have a D5 or a D power chord, open D string, 2nd fret on the G, 3rd on the B, and that's our D5. We also have a B flat, 1st fret on the A string, 3rd fret on the D and the G. We have a G5, 3rd fret on the E, 5th on the A and the D, and we also have an A5, 5th fret on the E string, 7 on the A and the D. And they're all the chords we're using. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.